Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here, and I've got a quick video tip for you. This is actually a follow-up to a video we sent out a couple weeks ago about saying no, and saying no more often. So we got a lot of great responses, and they were they're two-sided. Number one, people would come in and say, I said no to something, and we would celebrate and like, great, I'm glad you got some rest time instead of having to, do this and feeling overwhelmed and overcommitting and all that stuff. The other side of the response was, what am I gonna do if I say no? And I just have to laugh because it's so not in our nature at times. We always feel like we have to be busy, right? And I fall into that trap too. Like, I've got to be doing something, whether it's here at the office or at home or whatever it is. So I totally get it. But let's talk about what to do with that time. So read a book, watch a movie, find something on Netflix and just sit and watch. Rest. The intention is that if you're saying no to something for the purpose of rest, that you rest. It's not cleaning the house, it's not doing chores, it's not even going to the gym. I know that that has its own relaxation sort of feel to it, but that's separate. That's not rest time. Take it as true rest time. Okay, so I've got a couple additional tips to add on to that. If you take your rest time and you make it into a ritual of sorts, it becomes a lot easier. Easier for you and easier for the people around you. I'll give you an example. For years now, Monday night has been our date night for Dr. Donna and I. And we go to a restaurant, we chill. Sometimes we order in and we just chill at home. But that is our time. And at first, people, would call and say, hey, we want to go do this, or you want to grab a bite or whatever. And we had that like, oh, we don't want to cancel. We had the same thing. We felt guilty if we canceled and said no to them. But then we realized, okay, if we keep bending to other folks' plans, well, then it's taken away from our time and our relationship. So guess what? After a while, we got into a rhythm. It was a ritual. And then our friends and family, they just knew, oh, Monday night is their date night. We're not going to, bother them. We're not going to try to invite them to this or that. So if you do that same thing with your rest time, like now we have kind of a floating rest time for our weekends, but at least one day a week, we just chill. For the weekend, I should say. So one day on the weekend, we just chill. For us lately, that's been Friday. You can pick your own day, and it doesn't even have to be a whole day if that's too much. Take like a 4-hour chunk and just relax. Like I said, watch a movie, read a book, do something like that. Now, if for some reason that's too much of a stretch to be able to devote that much time, let's teach you a simple breathing exercise that you should do twice a day. It takes 2 minutes, so do the math, and that's 4 minutes a day. But I want you to do 10 cycles of breaths, okay? So that breath is going to look like this. A 4-second inhale, a 4-second hold of that breath, and then a 4-second exhale. So it's 12 seconds times 10, 2 minutes. That is something that we've been giving out for a long time, and folks that do that improve their HRV scores, even if they do that simple thing twice a day for 4 minutes. So that is a simple exercise you can do. Do it in addition to your rest time, right? So do your rest time and do that. And if you can't, I know, at least do the breaths. So simple things that you can do to improve your health. Let your body relax, let it heal, let it rest and restore itself, because our bodies, as you know, are self-healing, self-regulating organisms, but we need to give them their time to process and do their thing. So, I hope this is helpful. Be creative with your rest time. Find excuses, figure out ways to say no from having to overcommit. And if people in your life need a little extra push and saying no, send them this video. Maybe these little tips can help them to do their thing and improve their health. With that being said, thank you guys. If you have any comments, questions, put them underneath the video. Hit the like button, share it to your friends, and we'll see you next time.